Hi gorgeous, welcome to Eringy. I'm Erin. We are going to be working with the throat chakra today. This is the energy center just here, funnily enough, right near the throat. And this area, this energy center is all about self-expression, being able to communicate your truth as well as be quite discerning about what is the truth that you're hearing as well and what might not be the truth. So in terms of your yoga practice today, of course, we're going to be opening up that chest, beaming that throat out, really getting into the neck area. It's a really, really beautiful practice. So you will need 2 blocks and a blanket, so grab those. And when you're done, roll out your mat and let's get started. So come on down into a seated position if you're not there already. And you can sit any way you like, cross-legged. You might want to kneel down, bring your bottom to your heels. Just find a way that helps you to elevate the spine, like elevate the hips, bring length to the spine. And when you've found that sweet spot, close your eyes, take a deep breath. And just take a moment just to check in with how you're feeling right now. How are you feeling in the body? This is a perfect time to just adjust your position if you're just not fully comfortable yet. And just draw your breath into your body, which ultimately creates stillness. Breath has such a powerful way of just reminding us of our presence in the here and now. So take a full breath in and imagine drawing energy up from the base of your spine all the way to the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, imagine that energy cascading down your back like a healing waterfall. So that energy, as you breathe in, rises up through your chakra system, through the throat chakra, out through the crown. And as you exhale, the energy cascades down your back. So the throat chakra is the color blue, turquoise or aquamarine blue. The common name for this chakra in Sanskrit is Vishuddha, which means pure or purification. And so when we speak, like we speak our truth, it means how well do you translate your truth to yourself and to the outside world. Also means how well do you filter out the noise? How much do you allow other people's vibration and their words to affect you? So the throat chakra is the pure channel of your soul. It's able to interpret your emotions, intentions, and goals into a language that the world can understand. So for today's practice, pay attention to what may be on your mind. Maybe there's something you'd like to communicate with yourself or perhaps express this to the outside world. And just hold space for that thought. See how it moves as you move your body today. So start to activate your Ujjayi breath. Take a big inhale through the nostrils, gently constrict the throat, and as you exhale, allow the breath to come through the mouth with a quiet sigh. So keep this breath nice and steady, nice and smooth, and just do it in your own time. Take a deep breath in. And if you haven't already, come to sit in Thunderbolt pose. So start in a high kneeling position with your feet and legs together or as close as they can be. Just cross your big toes so your feet create like a really beautiful support for the bottom, and then just sit back, relax the feet. If this is a little uncomfortable, you can opt to grab a blanket and sort of roll that up, sit down onto that, or even a block, place that on a medium setting and just pop that between your feet and ankles. But just whatever you decide, just make sure that your knees are in line with your hips. Inhale, reach tall through your spine. Take your arms out and above the head, interlace the fingers, and exhale, press the palms forward and round your back as if you're pushing something away. So think of cat-cow here. As you breathe in, reach your arms up towards the sky, lift the heart, maybe even create like a slight back bend here. And as you exhale, press your palms forward, round through the spine. I'm going to do this 3 more times. So inhale, reach the palms up to the sky above the head. Exhale, round the spine, palms forward. Inhale, open the chest, relax those shoulders down as you reach up. Exhale, push the palms forward, round through that spine. One more, big inhale. And a big exhale. On your next inhale, bringing the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows, place your palms behind your head, lean back into your hands. Open up through the front of your throat here and just try to relax the shoulders from the ears. Just stay here for a few more breaths. Release your hands, let them come by your sides or to your lap. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your chin to chest and then take some little half circles from side to side. So as you're doing this, start to breathe in more space into your neck, your throat. Maybe it's feeling a little crunchy or a bit tight. And if it's comfortable, feel free to just take full circles in both directions. When you're ready, bring it back to neutral. Lift your chin off your chest. Find your way to hands and knees for tabletop pose. So as per usual, align your wrists over your shoulders, fingers spread, stack your hips over your knees. If you've been using a block, just pop that to the side. Very welcome to use a blanket here if your knees are quite sensitive as well. So just find yourself in a really comfortable spot. Take a full breath in and a full breath out and begin a cat-cow flow. So breathe in, drop your belly down toward the mat, lift the tailbone, gaze up, cow pose. Exhale, chin to chest, arch your spine up toward the sky and hollow out, cat pose. Inhale, come to cow, belly drops, head comes up, open the chest. Exhale, come to cat. Pull your spine toward the sky. Keep that neck nice and soft as you look down. So keep going with your breath, fast or slow, it's totally up to you. Just listen to how your body wants to move today. Move with your truth today. What feels right for your body? And express that physically and with your breath. Good. Take one more round of cat-cow. And then press back to child pose, hips to heels. Forehead can come to the mat or rest on a block. Arms can be placed wherever you want them to go. Breathe into your spine and both sides of the body here. So the mantra for the throat chakra is HAM. So if your throat ever feels tight, as if you're holding back from saying something or expressing yourself in some way, you can say this mantra slowly out loud or internally and using your breath as a guide. So you can breathe in air and exhale ham. So take a deep inhale, come back to tabletop onto hands and knees. And exhale, walk both hands, one handprint forward, engage your core, tuck your toes, lift the hips to downward facing dog. Good, press the palms down, lengthen through the spine and just find some really gentle movements here. Maybe pedal out the feet, roll your weight from side to side, move your head for yes and no. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step or hop up toward the top of your mat for Uttanasana, standing forward fold. So root your feet to the ground and just add a slight bend to the knees if you're just feeling super tight in the legs at the moment. Inhale, engage the core, lift halfway up, shoulders back, long spine. Exhale, fold and relax down, melt the heart. Inhale, rise to standing arms, sweep your arms out and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, puff up your chest, and inhale, open up and lift your chin. Stay here for a few more breaths. Take a full breath in. Exhale, keep your hands interlaced, bring your belly to your thighs, forward fold, relax your head, maybe even tuck your chin down towards your chest if that's comfy. If it feels okay, you can straighten out your hamstrings without forcing them, but again, stay true to what your body needs. Keep in mind what your form of expression is today. Inhale, bring your hands down toward your lower back, sweep them up towards the sky for chair pose. Just check in here, so bend your knees. Are they in line with your toes? Drop the bottom low. Relax the shoulders. Nice long spine here. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, place your hands down, take a big step back with your right leg to find a low lunge. So take your time here to set up. Those hips, face them forward. Stack your front knee over your ankle. Really try to root down through the ball of that back foot. Feel free to grab some blocks here too. You're going to be taking some movements from a low lunge to a modified pyramid. So those blocks might be very useful. So just have them close by. And just from here, just sink down into your hips. Reach the chest forward. Take a nice cleansing breath in. And breathe out. Begin to lift your hips up towards the sky and straighten that front leg as much as you can. So this pose is going to be less about the legs right now and more about bringing your chin to your chest. So see if you can look back behind you. Take a full breath in and a full breath out, and then we'll flow. So inhale to bend, look forward, find some length through the neck. Exhale, lift your hips, straighten the front leg as much as you can. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Exhale, bring your chin to the chest. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lift the hips. One more time, breathe in, come to the low lunge, look forward. Breathe out, lift your hips and bring that chin to chest. Inhale, bend your left knee, plant your palms down onto the mat and send your front foot back to plank pose. Stay here, you got this. Really fire up that core as well as you're in plank pose. Take a full breath in. Exhale, drop your knees down, hug your elbows close to your body, lower all the way down onto your belly for chaturanga. So from here, send your hands out wide, keep the fingertips on the mat, lift the arms about shoulder height, tuck that tailbone in, and just think of sending your elbows back as you take a big breath in and lift up through the chest for cobra. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, lift the chest for cobra. Exhale, melt the chest down. Do this one more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to release down. Inhale, press to hands and knees, come to tabletop. Exhale, hips to heels for child pose. So again, listen to your body. Allow this pose to be an expression of what your body needs today. When you found a comfortable spot, just close your eyes. And think about a time when you were able to fully express yourself, like either verbally or physically, so through writing or painting, where your ideas and thoughts, something you needed to share, came across in a way that just felt really, really good, in a way that you really wanted it to. Or if you find it challenging to think of something, maybe you could tune into how it might feel or what it might look like or sound like to express yourself in such a way. On your next inhale, come up to tabletop pose, hands and knees. Exhale to downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Take a full breath in through the nose and let it out through your mouth. Again, breathe in and feel that breath move out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop up towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck down toward the ground. Inhale, rise to standing arms. Sweep those arms out and up. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Try to cross the opposite thumb on top this time. Open the chest, roll the shoulders back and breathe in. And exhale, bring your hands, keep them together, bring them over to your left hip bone or as close to your hip bone as they can. Send your elbow back, move your shoulders down and away from the ears. Keep opening the chest. As you take your next inhale, gently drop your left ear to left shoulder. Just continue to press down through the right shoulder. Send your breath to the side of the neck. And if you find it's comfortable, keep your shoulder there. Start to roll your neck gently down toward the sternum and then back up to the left shoulder. So do that a few times if that's comfortable. Lift your head to neutral. Bring your hands behind you. Breathe in. Exhale, bring both hands to the right hip and do the same as before. Tuck your right elbow back, open the chest, send the shoulders down away from the ears, and then drop your right ear to right shoulder. Take some full breaths. And again, if it's comfortable, you can roll the chin down toward the sternum, back up to the right shoulder. It's really about creating some openness in the neck and the throat area here. Be guided by the breath. Lift your head to neutral. Bring your hands behind you. Breathe in, sweep your arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, come to chair pose. Bend your knees so they're in line with the toes. Drop your bottom low. Take an inhale, relax the shoulders. Exhale, forward fold, relax down. Halfway lift, breathe in, shoulders back. Exhale, hands down. Step your left foot back for a low lunge. So here, just check in with your position. Hips nice and forward. Front knee in line with the right ankle. Root down through the ball of the back foot. Feel free to grab those blocks if you need them. I'm going to do the same thing as before, from low lunge to modified pyramid. So again, focusing on the neck, the chin, the chest, not so much about the legs here. So take a full breath in, sink your hips down toward the ground, reach the chest forward. Exhale, lift the hips, begin to straighten out that right leg as much as you can. Chin to chest, look back. Take a full breath in here and a full breath out, and then we'll flow. Inhale to bend, look forward, just find some length through the neck. Exhale, lift the hips, try to straighten that front leg as much as you can, chin to chest. Inhale, back to low lunge, chest forward. Exhale, pyramid, chin to chest. One more low lunge. And one more pyramid pose. Inhale, bend into your front knee, plant your palms onto the mat or blocks and send your front foot back to plank pose. And stay here. Breathe deeply. Take a full breath in, and as you breathe out, drop your knees, chaturanga. Hug your elbows close to the body and lower all the way down onto the belly. From here, just use your breath and do 3 cobras. So you can stay in traditional cobra with the hands by your side, or if you liked the wide arm cobra you'd done earlier, feel free to do that. So the idea here is to think of lifting your heart and lifting that throat area. And then letting it all go as you exhale, lowering down. So use your breath as your guide and just keep your shoulders away from your ears, because we do have a tendency of tightening our shoulders up to protect our throat area, especially when we have even like a fear of speaking or speaking our truth. So do one more round. When you're ready, come to child pose, hips to heels. Relax your forehead down and then close your eyes. And notice what's happening in your neck and throat right now. When this chakra, the throat chakra, is unbalanced, the area of the throat can feel really restricted and quite tight. And this is mainly caused by not speaking, thinking, or living in alignment with your personal highest truth. So it can be frustrating because often even when you dare to express yourself, things can come out in really confusing ways. So the messages that you say, they're not being received the way that they're intended for. So then you feel those other feelings of being unheard and unrecognized. They can be felt. So the throat and the neck and the shoulders tend to tighten up when this happens. So as you breathe in, allow the air to just relax your mouth, the jaw, the throat, the neck, the shoulders. And as the air moves out, imagine those areas relaxing even more. Let them recalibrate to how they were before the world told you what was acceptable to express and what wasn't. Take a deep inhale, come to tabletop, hands and knees. And exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Take a full breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. Express yourself that way. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step or lightly hop up toward your hands as you exhale. Halfway lift. Breathe in, long spine. Exhale all the way out as you fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise to standing arms, arms out and up. Exhale, Tadasana, palms together in front of your heart. Close your eyes and just take a moment to check in with your stance and adjust if you need to. Adjust where your mind is going and where your breath is going. Focus on what you can hear outside of yourself and maybe even within yourself. So the throat chakra is not only about expressing yourself, but it's also about listening. So it's a balance of listening and sharing. So think about someone in your life who is really good at listening. How do they make you feel when they're holding space for you? Blink your eyes open, take an inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, come to chair pose, bend your knees in line with the toes, drop that bottom low. Take an inhale, relax the shoulders. Exhale, forward fold, relax down. Halfway lift, inhale, shoulders back, long spine. Exhale, hands down on the mat. Step your right foot back to set up for Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Pivot that back heel about 45 degrees externally. So the heels should really line up, heel to heel. Front knee stacked over your ankle. Back leg remains straight. Keep pressing through that back heel. If you like, you can always come onto the ball of the back foot too. So it's really more like a little lunge here. Take a deep inhale, rise the arms up all the way to the sky, turn the pinkies in toward each other. Think of squaring those hips to the front of the mat. Lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders. Breathe deeply through your throat. Express your strength through this strong warrior pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips, straighten out your front leg, step your right foot up a little bit so the feet are about 3 feet apart or so for pyramid pose. Keep that back leg straight at about a 45-degree angle. Breathe in. As you breathe out, start to pivot at the hips. Let your torso float forward and parallel to the mat. Gently flow down over your front leg. See how far your body wants to go before you drop your chin to chest. You can bend that front knee too if you need more flexibility. Hands can stay on the hips. Feel free to grab some blocks for your hands to help with balance and extra support. And if you'd like to go a little further with this pose, you could even try reverse prayer behind your back if that's comfortable. Listen to the body. Honor its truth. Breathe deeply. On your next inhale, release your hands down, bend your front knee, shimmy your right foot back a little, root down through your right palm, fingers spread evenly, float that left arm up towards the sky for a revolved lunge twist. Right knee can come down to the ground to support your hips a little more if you like. Just choose how you want to express yourself in this pose. Take a full breath in, open up the chest, and a full breath out. One more round of breathing. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in, release your hand down. Exhale, engage the core shoulders. Step your front foot back to plank pose. So from here, you might like to practice a very simple vinyasa flow. You could move from chaturanga to cobra or chaturanga to upward dog, your choice, but eventually meet at downward facing dog. Now you're in downward facing dog. Take an inhale, press down through the palms, send your hips to the sky, lengthen the spine and neck. So stay here in down dog, or if you like, come down to child pose. So the element of the throat chakra is ether or space. Within your body, you can recognize where there's space. So for example, your lungs as you breathe, the sinus cavities that allow your voice to resonate with the breath. So breath is not only vital to your yoga practice and to life itself, but it's also vital to your verbal expression. So take another big breath in through the nose. Stick out your tongue and let it out through your mouth and make some noise. Don't be shy. Breathe in. Stick out the tongue. Breathe out. One more. You've got this. Breathe in. Tongue out and breathe out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop up towards the mat for standing forward fold, Uttanasana. On your next in-breath, halfway lift, lengthen that spine. Exhale, fold forward, relax everything down. Rise to the sky, take a big inhale. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Just take a moment to adjust as needed, and then close your eyes. Find that sense of truth, how you best express yourself. And make the intention that as you move into these next poses, that is the way you're going to express your truth. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Blink your eyes open. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sit into your chair. Sink the hips nice and low. Laser those fingers up. Take a full breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Send the chest forward. Exhale, hands down. Step your left foot back to set up for warrior one on the other side. Front foot stays flat, knee stacked over your ankle. Back foot pivots 45 degrees. You're welcome to stay in a low lunge if you prefer. Just check in that those heels are in line with each other and your back leg is straight. Take a deep inhale, engage the core, rise up, bring your hands to your hips and square those hips. Belly button faces forward. Find that tall, strong warrior stance. Hands can stay on the hips or they can rise all the way up to the sky. Just express your power here. Express your presence. Take a deep breath in through the throat, out through the mouth. Inhale, bring your hands to the hips if they're not there. Straighten out your front leg. Step your left foot up a little bit so they're about 3 feet apart. Setting up for pyramid pose. Keep that back leg straight, 45-degree angle here. Inhale, keep both hip bones pointing forward so your lower back's going to stay flat. Exhale, hinge forward as much as your body wants to go. Bring your hands to some blocks, or if you like, reverse prayer. Draw your chin to your chest when you feel it's ready. Feel that sense of compression through the throat. Breathe for a few more rounds here. You've got this. Take one more full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, release the hands down, bend your front knee, shimmy that left foot back a little, root down through your left palm, fingers spread, float the right arm up towards the sky for a revolved lunge pose twist. Imagine opening up through the throat. That back heel can lift if it needs to. Left knee can also come down if that feels right. Just feel into what's true to your body. And keep breathing. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in, release your hand down. Exhale, engage the core, shoulders. Step your front foot back to plank pose. Take some deep breaths here. On your next inhale, drop your knees down. Exhale, hug the elbows. Chaturanga, lower the belly. Once you've arrived here, we're going to come into a locust pose, bound hands. Place your chin or forehead onto your mat. Zip up those legs. Reach your arms back towards your tailbone, interlace the fingers. On your next inhale, activate the core, the hamstrings, the glutes. Reach your hands as far back, lift the chest for locust pose. If this feels good on the back, try to float your feet, lift your belly off the mat even more. As you inhale, see if you can come up a little higher. Draw those shoulder blades together, open the throat. Keep breathing, you got this. Beam that throat chakra open. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release down, release your hands, and then turn your head to one side. Just get comfortable here. Just notice how your neck feels with it turned this way. And now turn your neck to the other side. Notice how that feels. Often one side's going to feel a little more comfortable than the other. So on your next inhale, bring your hands by your shoulders and press to child pose, hips to heels. Just give yourself a moment to rest here. Find comfort in the placement of your legs and arms and head. And then focus on the breath. So the color of the throat chakra is like a blue turquoise. And you can bring your chakra back into balance when wearing colors like that through your clothing, or even when wearing like a crystal such as turquoise, aquamarine, angel light, lapis lazuli. These are really wonderful stones to work with. So try to imagine the turquoise color surrounding your throat. And then with each breath, witness expand beyond the throat and out through your body and into the ether. Take another full breath in. And exhale, walk your hands in if they're not already. Inhale, come up, lift your torso and draw your knees together so they touch. You're going to come into rabbit pose for a deeper stretch of the neck. So bring your hands towards the heels. You can sit back here to start. Tuck your chin into the chest and just begin to drop the top of your head in front of your knees. Inhale, keep your chin tucked to the chest, hold onto your feet and lift the hips up. Exhale, send the space between your shoulder blades forward and then draw the shoulder blades apart. Straighten out the arms if you can, find a little stretch in the back of the neck. Breathe deeply. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Now come out of this pose nice and gently, so your head being the last thing to come back up. So from here, you're going to come into a seated position, legs out in front. On your next inhale, engage the core, lengthen through the spine, arms out, up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips to wherever is comfortable in the back of the legs and back. Maybe it's your thighs or the shins or the feet. Just relax the neck and your chin tucked down toward the chest. And from here, just check in with how you feel. Some days it can feel like you're unable to speak clearly and the words just become all jumbled up. Try to be okay with that. Maybe on those days there may be a different way to express yourself. Maybe writing a letter is a different way. Maybe it's your body's way of telling you to slow down and breathe with intention. Maybe it's asking you to take a day of silence and practice inner reflection. So inhale, lift your chest, scooch your bottom a little bit forward on the mat if you're near the back. And then when you're ready, roll slowly onto your back. Reach your arms up and overhead. Take a nice big stretch here and just let the energy run up and down the body. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, flutter it out with your lips. Again, breathe it in and flutter it out. So from here, you're going to set up for fish pose, just to sort of stretch the front of your throat. So bring your hands by your sides, come onto your elbows, palms placed beneath your hips. So you might sort of need to shimmy your arms a little closer here. Splay out the fingers wide, keep them grounded and active. In a moment, you'll send your chin up and away from the chest and your gaze will look behind you to open the throat area. But if you've got that sensitivity in the neck, feel free to grab a block, place it on a medium setting or even a high setting for the back of the head. And that's what it's going to rest on as you lift your chin away from the chest. So take a breath in, keep the shoulders engaged, spine lengthen upwards from the base, lift the chin off your chest and send the crown of your head on the floor behind you. As you exhale, continue to ground down through the palms and upper arms. Breathe through the sides of the throat, the chest, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. When you're ready, engage your core and release your back down onto the mat. Hug your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins. Really beautiful squeeze here. Maybe you like rock from side to side if that feels good too. Good, so keep the legs where they are. Reach your arms out to a T and let your legs fall over to the right. And just express where you'd like to keep your head. Maybe neutral, maybe over to the right or even to the left. However your neck wants to express itself. And just notice what feels good. Breathe into the stretch. One more breath here. As you inhale, engage the core, draw the knees and neck back to center. And exhale, let your legs fall over to your left. Same thing with the expression of your head and neck. Which way does it want to turn this time? Breathe deeply. And when you're ready, come back to center. So before you move into Shavasana, use this time to practice any other pose or poses that your body wishes to do in a way that expresses itself. So what else may feel good? Do those now. So move mindfully and breathe with intention as you finish up that last pose and then slowly make your way to Shavasana. Here, just get yourself super comfortable. As I always say, you can grab a blanket, place that over you, or roll it up, place it on the sacrum, support that lower back, support the hips. Snuggle your shoulders down the back, lift the heart. And you can choose to keep the palms facing up to receive energy, or place the palms down onto the chest or the belly from like a more grounding energy. It's up to you. And if you haven't already, just close your eyes and take a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth in your own time. Just let go of trying to control the breath. Let it flow naturally through you. So the space around your body and in your body allows for the breath to move and nourish you. The space also allows for nutrients of food to enter the body, be digested into different elements that the body needs. So the space and the body are a cohesive unit, and it does all of this without you even needing to think about it. So you're always being supported, you're always cared for in this beautiful bodily vessel of yours. So the affirmation for your throat chakra is, I share, I am expressive. I share, I am expressive. So as you lay here in Shavasana, if that resonates with you, you can repeat those words to yourself with your breath as the guide, or maybe meditate on what those words mean to you. So as you continue to breathe, think of the area of your throat chakra similar to the hollowness of bamboo. It provides the space for the flow of the soul to freely come out. It serves as a clear channel of self-expression. This chakra challenges you to overcome your fears, inhibitions, unclarity, so you can come out with like an unfiltered, clear voice and a clear message. And in such a world that we live in, it is so important to share your truth and hold space for others to do the same. Take a full breath in and breathe out with a again, breathe in, breathe out. Start to wiggle your toes and fingers. Maybe roll your wrists, your neck from side to side. And when you're ready, with your eyes still closed, carefully and slowly come up to a seated position, your choice. Bring your hands to prayer position at the heart space. And you're going to end this practice by chanting Om 3 times. Om is the seed sound, the sound of creation. The vibration of Om can make you feel really powerful and present in your body. And the practice of chanting can help activate or balance the throat chakra. So start with a deep breath in through the nose. Lift your chin slightly and breathe out through your mouth. And then join me with your breath for the first Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. One more. Inhale. Feel what the vibrations did to your throat, how it felt in the mouth, and how you feel right now. May you always share your truth and express yourself in your own way as you allow others to do the same. Namaste.